What is up, everybody? It's Pokebeard here. And today we are going to go through on what I would do if I started my collection from scratch. I had no cards, no sealed products, nothing. And I had a little bit of money. Where would I start and what would I buy? And we'll go through a few tips and tricks too that I've learned along the way and just things I try to do now. So we are going to start off with 151. Obviously, I know it doesn't feel that special anymore because it's been out for a while, but I am telling you guys, this set is going to go crazy in the future. They did print a good amount of it, but not an insane amount. So I would feel comfortable buying basically anything 151 sealed. No joke, anything. Preferably if you can get like a case, keep that nice and sealed, protect everything. Cases are always the best. So yeah, I would just start off buying some 151. Like I said, doesn't really matter. If you can find it in store for the regular price, definitely pick it up. All right, next on the list. All right, I wanted to mention this. All new Scarlet and Violet era Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes should be pre-ordered. They're going to do really well. They're going to do better than the Sword and Shield ones because Sword and Shield ones did not come with promos. This comes with 2 promos and 1 is stamped. So, for every new set that comes out, I would definitely pre-order that Pokemon Center ETB. Just had to mention that. Alright, now we're going to take a little peek at Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes. Now, I know a lot of people are not investing a ton of money into these, but I honestly think these will do really well also. If you compare these to the early Sword and Shield sets, they blow them out of the water. Yes, these were printed a little bit more, so I wouldn't go crazy buying every single set. I mean, you can if you want. Like, I would pick up some Paldea Evolved booster boxes. That set is so good. You're getting legendaries, you're getting starters. Such a good set. So I would definitely pick up some Paldea Evolved booster boxes. Like I said, if you got the money, get a case. But if you're buying cases, try to buy them from like your local card stores and stuff like that. You can get a little sketchy online with sealed cases. So yeah, I'd probably pick up a few modern booster boxes. Alright, we're going to take a little peek at Sword and Shield booster boxes. Well, I'd start off buying a few Lost Origin booster boxes for sure. That Giratina card is one of a kind. It's one of the best modern cards ever made, in my opinion. And I think Lost Origin will be a solid set in the future. Then I'd probably put the rest of my money into Chilling Reign. Chilling Reign has the second most alternate arts out of any set ever. Right behind Evolving Skies. And they have the Blaziken, which is a very, very expensive card. So, definitely would feel safe picking up some Chilling Reign. Even Fusion Strike, with how expensive that Gengar is also. And people love Gengar, but Fusion Strike has a little bit of that drama with all those cards that were stolen. That's one reason why I'd probably rather put my money into Chilling Reign. And then Evolving Skies at $400. It will be a $1,000 booster box. It will probably be a $1,500 booster box. If you got the money, I would feel safe buying a booster box. I would do a little more research, try to find it a little bit cheaper. Or watch it for a little bit and wait for it to, see if it's dipping or going up. But I really believe this will be a $1,000 booster box down the road. We got Battle Styles at $100, which is actually a pretty good price. I know a lot of people do not like that set, but if you think about it, it's the first modern set with true alternate arts. And it does have the Sleepy T-Tar. So, like I said, I'd put a lot of money into Chilling Reign and a few Lost Origins. But, alright, next on the list. So these aren't all just, this isn't every single product I'd buy. These are just some awesome, good products I could buy so I get a good variety. Because if I'm starting from scratch and I have nothing, I want a little bit of everything. you know? I want some graded cards, some nice singles, some awesome sealed products, vintage and modern, you know? So we're going to go through a little bit of everything. All right, some premium collection boxes. In my opinion, these were the best modern boxes made for Sword and Shield, for collection boxes. And it's kind of expensive. We'll take a little peek at the Flareon here. Yeah, $85. It's tough, but... And you get Evolving Skies packs in there, guys. I really think this is still okay. Maybe find a good deal on a case or all three. But to me, I would want to pick those up. I would hunt and hunt and hunt until I find a good price on them. All right, next on the list. These tag team tins. There's a few more too. But these things are awesome. I'm just loving the sealed product that has the actual alt art sitting in there. And you can see it clear as day. It's so nice. And these come with some awesome solid packs in there. I think there's 4 or 5 packs. I want to say 5 packs in there. So you're not getting a ton of packs, but you're getting some packs. And one of the best promos ever made. So I would, like I said, I would do some research. Looks like you can get all 3 for $250, which isn't terrible. But I would feel very happy having those in my collection. All right, next on the list. Do a little vintage. I love these things. I have a bunch of these, but I love these little sealed theme decks. You used to buy them from Walmart or whatever, and they'd always come with a couple holos, guaranteed holos. And it's a little deck you can play with. Yeah, I love these, and they're not too expensive. You know, and they're honestly a lot better than the decks we get now. They don't even put that good of cards in those pre-made decks. It'd be like if we got those pre-made decks and it came with the special illustration rare. A couple of them. That's what it would be like for these. So I would feel comfortable. I would love to collect these. I'm missing like 4 of them. But I'm trying to, next time I go there, I'm going to try to grab them. But yeah, they got them for Neo Genesis 2 and like all the Neo sets. They're a lot more expensive for the Neo sets because I don't think they made them nearly as long. But I think these things are awesome and definitely would feel comfortable picking these up. The one thing good about picking up vintage, especially after the big boom, it's stable. You know, we have years of data on these prices. All right, now we're going to get into a little bit of singles. For modern, these Trainer Gallery V cards, these are the textured ones. Honestly, so cheap. Get the Zacian for $5, Moltres for $5-6, Articuno for $4, Gallade $2, Enamorus $2-3. These are all full art, textured, beautiful arts. I do get why these are cheaper than illustration rares. You're getting a random trainer that we don't really know half the time thrown in with a Pokemon. So, to me, it's just not appealing. Especially for somebody who doesn't collect trainers at all. I really don't want them in the card. And then the reason they're so cheap is because they've been out for a long time. Illustration rares and special illustration rares will get cheaper the more they make, the longer it goes. You know, next year you'll be able to pick up a ton of special illustration rares for just a couple bucks. So, I mean, look at the Centiskorch V, $1.47. Rapid Strike, $3. Single Strike, $3. It's just crazy. So yeah, I would feel comfortable picking any of these up. I would love to get a whole binder full. Very, very nice. Then we also got the VMAXs. These are the Trainer Gallery VMAXs. Look at that, $4 or $5. All the golds, the black and just the black and gold cards, $2-3. Look at the Rayquaza, $5. That Orbeetle VMAX, that art is crazy, $3.50. It's nuts. Got a couple expensive ones with Umbreon here and the Pikachu. Understandable. I do love that Umbreon card. Another Rayquaza down here, 25 bucks. The Blaziken, $6-7. So yeah, I think it would be really nice to have a whole trainer gallery binder. And like I said, I don't like that the trainers are in there, but you cannot deny the arts. So I think a nice binder with all that would look top notch. All right, next on the list, obviously, true Sword and Shield alternate arts. But so many good cards at so many good prices. I mean, the Sandaconda V is $3. You know, a lot of these cards now are $10, $15, $20. So I would go through, and I remember what all these cards were at, kind of. So any card that was $50, $60, $70, $80, even $100 that is now $30 or below, I'm buying those all day. Like this Origin Form Palkia, that was like a $70, $80 card forever. Lugia was $200 something, still pretty expensive. The Diagla, also $70, $80 card for the longest time. Arceus V, that was about a $60, $70 card. Regidrago was a $40 card. Unknown was $70. Beedrill was $50, $60. Dragonite has held that same value this entire time. I love that card. That's one of my favorite Sword and Shield alternate cards. And it's no joke, has been that value the same time. Not too much more. I think I've seen it for like 120. And then down to like 75, but it's been in that range the entire time. The Giratina V, market price $233. I really don't think that card will ever get below 200 in mint condition. Such a crazy card. Charizard V alternate art, market price $117. Take a look at a few more there. Rayquaza V now, it's $70. That's pretty crazy. Because I like that art 10 times more than the V Max. Machamp's finally getting down there. Muse, still at $70. Sylveon, $55. That's a pretty good price. Glaceon, $55. So all the evolutions are around $50 for the basic Vs. This Aurora was a $70, $80 card. This Articuno was a $100 card. Zapdos was $70, $80. This Galarian Rapidash has held its value this entire time. So yeah, I would definitely pick up some Sword and Shield alternate arts. They might go a little lower, but I don't think they're going to go too much lower than this. If they do them, I'll buy them all. So, alright, next on the list. These cards, in my opinion, are extremely underrated. Some are pretty expensive, but you can find some pretty nice copies, like lightly played, near mint condition, for relatively cheap. So if you guys don't know what these are legend cards. Takes two of them, you put them together, and it makes an entire card. These things were awesome. They're very, very hard to pull. And I really think they should be a lot more expensive than they are. I just picked up a set, and I got the whole set, I think, for $90, both cards. And there isn't a ton. So, wouldn't be that hard to complete. But I mean, you can even get damaged ones and heavily played ones for, you know, 15, 20, 30 bucks. But yeah, I really think these things are very, very underrated right now. And I think these will be like the next cards to really, really pop. I am currently working on finishing this set as we speak. But it's mixed up from a few different sets, you know, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Undaunted, Unleashed. So, would be very hard to pull all these. And I did not put any graded cards on here because TCG players are annoyed with that. But if you're going to buy modern graded cards, for sure only buy PSA 10s. Or, if you want to spend a little more money, Beckett Black Label 10s. That's where all your money should be put into because the graded market is so flooded that everything else doesn't matter. Those are the only two things that matter. A PSA 10 and then a Black Label Pristine 10. The Black Label is, in my opinion, 10 times better than the PSA 10. But those two are the only things you should be buying. And I understand it's almost impossible for some vintage cards for those two things. But I would rather have that one vintage PSA 10 card than 10 vintage PSA 7 or 8 cards. Because I have them. I have a bunch of PSA 6, 7, and 8s, 9s, back before the big boom when those actually held a decent amount of value. But now there's so many cards that, like I said, PSA 10, Beckett Black Label, CGC, I've compared their prices about 100 different times. PSA wins every single time. I wouldn't really waste your time with it. Especially now that they took all 9.5s and made them 10s. It's a mess. CGC's done. So if I were to buy some modern graded cards, I'd probably go pick up some of my favorite Sword and Shield alternate arts in a PSA 10. And then I'd take my favorite one that I just absolutely love, probably the Dragonite. And I would hunt and search for that Black Label 10. Or I'd maybe even try to get it myself if I get a few copies in. That's what a lot of people do. They buy big lots of cards, or they buy copies and just resell them if it's not good. But yeah, that's all I wanted to mention on the graded cards. But last but not least, we are talking vintage holos. So for these, definitely go first edition for Fossil, Jungle, any of the Neo sets, Gym Heroes. Just don't waste your money on the Unlimited. Just go first edition right away. I promise it'll be worth it. Like I said, I'd rather have that one first edition than a few Unlimiteds. And then for base set, that's a little different story. I would go at least Shadowless or first edition Shadowless. I get first edition Shadowless is out of reach for 99% of people in the hobby. So Shadowless is where I would go for base set. In my opinion, actually, Shadowless looks the nicest out of the three anyway, so I'd go Shadowless base set and then first edition holo for the rest of Gen 1 and Gen 2. And some of these cards are really expensive, but I'm telling you, you can find some really cheap ones. And if you think about the price, $40, $50, $60, $70 compared to what we just seen a ton of alternate arts that are printed 10 times as much, way more are graded. It's just, there's way more, and not 25 years old. But I see all the time very nice lightly played Nearman first edition holo cards sell for $40, $50, and $60. First edition Muck, off the top of my head, holo Muck sells for pretty cheap, $20, $20, $30. I've seen this Haunter sell for $35 near mint. Like lightly played $20 just to get yourself in the game. Because I'm telling you, if you're new and you're younger and you don't like vintage cards, I'm telling you, wait till you get some in your hand. Because when you pull it out, there's something about it that it's just special. And to this day, no card has made a better regular holo than vintage holos. Take any modern holo you want. Take the baby shinies, I'm talking like the regular cards, not full arts. And the vintage holos destroy them all. You just gotta think, this is the first time this Pokemon was ever on a card. You kind of gotta have respect for the history of Pokemon. That's why I love the old vintage cards, because it's the first card ever where Dragonite was on the card. It's special to me. So yeah, first edition or Shadowless if we're talking base set. Other good sets to collect for vintage. Legendary Collection, that set is insane. One of the best reprinted sets ever. They had the reverse holo, the firework holo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Definitely pick that up. But yeah, that's probably where I'd start off. I'd like to get a little bit of everything, especially when you're trying to build a collection like that. You never know what you're really going to end up obsessing over. So if you just love Pokemon in general, it's nice to get a little bit of everything, and then you'll find the exact thing that you love. For me, it's completed sets. I have almost every single set completed for the first 3 generations. And I love it. I love flipping through my binders. But if you guys have any questions or comments at all, please let me know down below. Glad to help. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can check out my eBay store. We got some of the best prices on eBay. Mystery packs now. We're going to do another box break right after Christmas. You can now join the membership for 99 cents a month for exclusive content and exclusive member-only giveaways. But all right, have a great day.